Meanwhile, Chris McDaniel's name has been mentioned as a possible candidate for the U.S. Senate. However, McDaniel still hasn't officially announced whether he plans to run.
Fox 23's Corey Howard has more.
Well, it's time for us to come together as a community and recognize the importance of prayer.
The Petal Civic Center held the mayor's annual prayer breakfast.
Faith is an important part of, I think, anyone's life. It should be. And as public officials, a lot of times we think that we can't talk about it openly, but I think we need to. And I'm glad that Senator McDaniel shared that message he did today as well.
Mississippi State Senator Chris Daniels served as the main speaker for today's breakfast.
Christians of this country have to wake up and they have to re-engage the system at all levels. That's locally, that's in Jackson, and that's in Washington.
Speaking of Washington, Daniels' name has been mentioned as a possible candidate for U.S. Senate, challenging Roger Wicker.
Well, there are two possible positions we're looking at right now, and our minds, or at least internally I have some peace. We haven't made an announcement yet. It won't for some time, but at the same time, we recognize that that time is coming, and we recognize the people of this state won't change, not only in Washington, but also in Jackson.
U.S. Senate and Lieutenant Governor are the two positions Daniel is considering, and he has support.
Well, I will support Senator McDaniel in whatever he chooses because I do believe in his principles. I believe he's sincere in what he says. I don't know. He hasn't shared with me what his plans are, but I know a lot of people are waiting and wanting to find out. I'm sure soon enough he'll let us know.
Regardless of his decision, Daniel says change is needed.
Washington, D.C. has to change. We must drain the swamp. That's what it boils down to. You change Washington by virtue of these people being engaged and being awake, you save the country. It's that simple.
Corey Howard, Fox 23 News.